So for those of you who are attending the presentation or this type of webinars for the first time, a few words about the company. Dynamics Mobile was a product that was created almost 15 years ago. And we work with more than 180 customers all over the world in more than 30 countries with more than 35 partners. And we have 5 offices worldwide. Traditionally, we provide a number of business solutions which empower the businesses by enabling their mobility. It is important that Dynamics Mobile solutions work in the sync. In other words, they represent different sides, different business processes of the same organization. And their very foundation is actually the integrated business data that they use. And this business data is automatically consumed from the organization's ERP or stored in Dynamics Mobile alone in some cases. However, we still felt that our solutions are somehow fragmented at times. They are seen as a separate solutions, as separate business processes, and this is completely fine for some organizations. But we also wanted to make our solution useful for organizations where they serve their clients through multiple channels, each of them with different reasoning and mixture of field activities. And still these organizations need a unified approach and view over all these rather different processes. So what we have today, I may announce now, is our new approach on what we call smart trade. And this is in alignment with our day-to-day commitment to always provide new and more powerful instruments to our business clients. Some of our existing solutions and apps are now brought under the umbrella of what we call smart trade. The smart trade approach brings together these existing solutions like pre-sales, distributions, deliveries of van sales, merchandising, which were a few different solutions and apps under the umbrella of a high-level process where every channel, every activity can be planned, assigned, executed, and analyzed. The smart trade process, The smart trade process simply allows the organizations to automate and manage vast number of field activities, usually related to the sales and merchandising, by using clearly distinguished iterations of planning, execution, and analytics. Previously, the organization had to choose between one or another solution based on their needs. And of course, there always might be a gap between the features provided by our solutions and then the actual business processes utilized by the organization. The smart trade approach allows the organizations to avoid choosing a specific solution and be limited by it, but rather dynamically on a day-to-day basis do design and plan their field activities based on their current business process and quickly responding to their ever-changing business environment. So we will go through these 3 processes: activities planning, activities execution, and monitoring analytics right now through a quick demo. We will start with the planning of the activities from the head office. Here we will be able to see how you can do some scheduling and route planning, how you can create and assign different visiting types and campaigns, tasks, and survey to different users. I'm going to change my screen to the presentation, to the actual demo. Just let me find it. One second. Here we go. Okay, so what we will start from is, this is our management portal. And I will click first on schedules and routes. This is the first step. From here, you can assign different schedules with routes for different users or groups of users. So first of all, we will see this schedule that I have assigned for my user. And I can even see the route on the map on the right. So from what we can do here, first of all, you can create a new schedule. You can edit the existing one. You can delete this one. You can export it, import a different schedule from another system, and you can again manage the stops and duplicate it. So now let's actually see from here. You can just assign the schedule name. You can publish it, and you can user, agent, and a helper to this user. Now, when I click on manage stops, let's see how we can manage the actual route. First of all, we see the route that was already created for my user with the list of customers and in the order that they need to be visited. We can add stops, edit stops, or delete stops to this route. So from here, whenever we add a stop or delete a stop, our solution will automatically optimize the route for this day and will assign the customers in the order, in the shortest and the most optimized order that they need to be visited. So we also have a route optimization now. Let me click on, let's say, the first user, and let me show you what else you can do. So first of all, this is the customer that you can assign. So you can choose from the customer list. Whenever you assign a customer from already existing customers, this will load the data right away for this customer and will automatically pre-fill the address for the customer and the contact details. They can also be entered manually. Also, what else you can do is you can schedule the order in which you need to visit this customer. Also, you can schedule if it needs to happen weekly or monthly. Also, you can choose in which day of the week you need to visit this customer, and also you can choose a date from the month on which you need to visit the customer. Besides that, whenever you assign a customer to the route, you can also assign a visit type to this customer. Here we have a standard visit type assigned. We have prepared for this demo 2 different visit types, large customer list and standard visit. I will show you right now how this is created. So here what we have seen for now, that we can create schedules and we can assign routes for every day of the week for different customers. This is from where you manage schedules and routes. Now, in regards to the visit type, there is another tab in the management control, which is called campaigns and visits. So here we can use the existing campaigns or visit types and edit them, or we can create new ones from scratch. Here, I'm gonna choose, let's say, one of this visit tasks, and what you can do, you can here assign a campaign period, so you can decide for which period this campaign will take place, and then you can also assign it to different customers, either to, let me see here, if I click on modify, yes, I can assign it either to all customers or to specific customers. If you choose specific customers, you will be able to choose from a customer list or from different customer groups. Now, when we click on manage tasks, here we can see the tasks that are assigned for this visit campaign. So we can put them in the order that they need to be visited. And here I see that I have four different tasks that I need to perform. I need to take a product display snapshot, which is an action because I need to take a picture. I need to answer a survey about the product display compliance. Then I need to take an order, which is a pre-sale activity. And the last one is, again, an action. I need to get a store manager signature. Let me just open one of them and show you how you can manage the actual questions. So now whenever you assign a task, let's say take product display snapshot, here you can assign also different type of task activities. So for example, this is an action, so that needs to take a picture. You can also assign a task that will ask the customer to take a sales order, or to make an invoice, to make a delivery, to collect a payment, to perform a survey or a return or some specific campaign or survey question. From here, you can assign surveys, campaigns, and survey questions. And also from the options, when you have a required image and signature, from here, you can assign if it's a mandatory signature or image capturing. If it's required, then it's mandatory. If it's allowed, so the user can either do it or not. And if it's not allowed, so the user will not even see that option to capture image and signature. So now from here, we have assigned the task visit types and the actual tasks for every visit in the route. Also, you saw that we have a survey type task from where you need to assign a survey, or you may assign a survey. So I will click on surveys here in the management console. And here you can now create the actual surveys that you would like to assign to different customers in the route. So let me click on manage questions to show you how it looks like. Okay, for this survey, I have 3 questions that the customer will have to answer, or the actual agent, mobile agent, while he's visiting the store. So he will have to enter the number of the display faces, which is an integer number. Then he has to select the type of the product display. It's going to be a multiple choice question. And what is the quantity on the shelf? If the quantity of the shelf is enough, he will have to double check that, which will be a single choice question. From here, again, you can edit question, delete it, or add an additional one. It can be imported and exported. Now let us go back to the presentation. Now, when we have finished all of this planning of the activities from the head office, we have planned the schedules, the routes, the visit types, campaigns, tasks, and surveys. Now we can move to the execution of the activities from the mobile devices. So the mobile agents, the merchandisers, the people who will be visiting and following the route will be able to use this type of settings that we have performed on their mobile devices. No matter, we support all 3 major platforms, iOS, Android, and Windows, and they will be able to perform and fulfill those tasks from their mobile devices. Now I'm going to go back to the emulator, where I will show you just in a few steps how it looks like and how it can be performed. So we have created this route for today for my user. A green shop is the first customer, a red shop is the second one that I need to finish the visit, and etc. I can see the route as a list of customers, and I can also click on this route and see it on the map. I can see the full route on the map and follow it here. I see that my route for today is almost 28 kilometers. And the duration is estimated for 1 hour. So I should be able to fulfill my route for 1 hour. Let us go back to the main screen. This is the full list of customers that needs to be visited. And I'm going to click on the customer number 1 in order to see what are the tasks that I need to perform. So there are 4 planned tasks that we have assigned for this customer from the management console. Now we have 3 mandatory tasks with this asterisk here on the top. The take product display snapshot, product display compliance, and get store manager signature. These are mandatory. We cannot leave the customer unless we perform these activities. So let us check in by clicking on the green circle here at the bottom, and we will be able to start executing the tasks that we have assigned for this customer. First of all, we can take product display snapshot. It's an action type task, so we'll have to take a picture or a signature or both. So now we can put a subject. So it's, let's say, signature, capturing whichever we need to explain here on the subject and description. We can put it here. Then we can put a signature. And here we can either take a picture from directly from the mobile device, or we can attach it from the gallery of the mobile device. In the management system, there is a setting that allows or not allows to attach pictures from the gallery. So this one can be enabled. Because it's an emulator, I'm going to use the snapshot in order to attach it and to finish this activity. So now the first activity It's loading because it's an emulator. Okay, the first activity is performed. We have taken product display snapshot. It's done. That's why we see this green circle here on the left. We can move to the next task, which is a survey type. So we will have to fill in a survey. Okay, the first question, enter the number of the display faces. It's the one that I have showed to you, this survey. So we need to enter the number of the display faces that we see in the customer's location. Now we will move to the next question. Is the quantity on the shelf enough? So according to our agreement with the customer, let's say they need to keep a specific quantity of the items on the shelf. Are they doing it or not? So we need to answer this question. And now also we need to confirm what type of product displays we have with the customer. Let's say we have 2 of them, wooden and store island. Whenever we're finished with the survey, we want to complete it and finish it. We can also attach a picture of the shelves and attach it to the survey and finish it after that. We can confirm it. Now it will take us back to the main screen and we will be able to finish the remaining tasks. Let us do one experiment. Let's say we, for some reason, would like to leave and not to finish our job. We have to do it from this red circle over here. And we would like to close this visit and move to the next customer. Although the system will not allow it, it will say that we still have some mandatory tasks that are not completed. So as I said, you can assign from the management console, from the control panel, which tasks are mandatory or not. So we still have one task which is mandatory. This is why we cannot finish our customer visit. Now let's take a product order. So this will allow us to create a pre-sale activity, pre-sale order, while we're visiting and doing our smart trade activities and marketing activities at the customer location. How do we do it? We see the products from the main warehouse and we can add them to our sales order. We can either add them in bulk, let's say 1 case or 10 cases. I will add this first item first. And let me add maybe the chocolate. I love chocolate, so let's add another bulk, 10 pieces of this white chocolate. And now if you would like to add some different quantity, you can just enter it manually. So it's like, let's say 2 of this orange juice. We will add it to the order as well. If the customer does not want to purchase anything else, we can just finish our pre-sale activity, finish this order. And the total is calculated according to the pricing and discount policy that is set up in the ERP. Also, if there is any VAT that needs to be applied, it will be applied and the total will be calculated accordingly. Now we can submit our pre-sale order. It will generate a printing form for this order, which can be printed and left with the customer. Now we have one more mandatory task that needs to be performed, get store manager's signature. So it's an action. So we need to say something here. Maybe it's again, subject and description are pre-assigned from the management portal. We capture the signature. Also, it requires a picture. And now we can finish our last activity, which was mandatory for this customer. We have performed all of the planned tasks, and now we can finally leave the customer. Besides the tasks, whenever you're visiting a customer, you can also see the customer contact details. You can get directions to the customer's address. You can see some other details, and any notes that are assigned for this customer visit also can be visible from there. Now I'm going to finish my customer visit, and it will take me back to the route so I can visit the other customers. Now let us go back to the presentation. So what we have done till now, we have first planned activities from the head office, all of the schedules, routes, visit types, campaigns, tasks, and surveys, after which we saw the execution of these activities from the mobile devices, how you can see this, everything that was assigned from the head office on the mobile devices. By the way, it all can work in real offline mode on the mobile devices. You can perform all of those tasks on the mobile devices. And then we will move to the last part, which is the monitoring and analytics reporting system for managers and supervisors. I will share right now, again, my screen from the development system, and I will show you a few reports. So let's start with the Route Explorer report. So we can choose any date, and we can choose any, let's say, user, and we can run a report. So today's the 30th. I'm running a report for yesterday because yesterday's days has already finished. And we here can see the route that was followed by this user VS01. You can also put an real names of the mobile agents who are following this route. So here we see the area that was covered. What you can do, it's very interesting. Actually, you can replay the route. So it will show you the first customer that was visited. This is where he started his day, the agent, and this is the first stop that he has done. You can even see for which customer. It's the advanced markets. Now you can move. Let me close this one. You can move to the next one. So it will show you now the route to the next customer and etc. You can replay and see the route for that this mobile agent has taken on a specific date. And then let's maximize this one here. You can see the actual events that happened. So you can see at every time when the visit was started, when what action has happened, what task was performed. Here, for example, a sales order was done, and when the visit has ended. So it's a full report for managers where you can track and see how the sales agents are performing their routes. And also you can see the distance, how far away they were from the customer's location. This means 800 meters away, most likely. This customer was not physically visited. The sales agent was just placing the order either over the phone or just by answering himself the questions. Although there is a way around here. So we have a geofencing functionality, which will not allow the sales agent to check in and perform any activity unless he's within the customer's location. All of that works even in offline mode. So I wanted to show a few more reports. Actually, compliance report, this is a report that runs for all of your sales agents that work on a specific date. So if you run the report from here, you will be able to see the route compliance. So if they have visited all of the customers that were assigned to them through the route for that day, 74% is a pretty good percentage for a route compliance. Their success ratio is 99%, which is good. So pretty much every time they have placed or have performed all of their tasks that they had to do. And now on the details, again, you can see a detailed report about every single user, how many planned customers he had on that day, how many he has visited, how many he has skipped, how many sales orders or tasks he has performed, and what is the amount that he has created in sales. And also his visit time is 69 minutes. Now, let me show you also the Live Monitor report. So the Live Monitor report shows you in near real time where you have in which areas of the country and the city level where you have right now salespeople working. So let's say we have in Bulgaria, and also we have in UAE some sales activities that are being performed. So what you can do, you can first of all click and see what happens here. So you can zoom in. And also if you choose from the right side here, from this live feed, if you choose a specific visit order, it will take you exactly to the location where it has just happened. It happened almost an hour ago. Now let me go back to the remaining reports. Let me show you some heat map reports as well. So heat maps, we have reports by events, duration, and amount. What it means is that you will be able to see on a country or city or neighborhood level, which are the areas where you sell the most. So this red circles, They show you in which cities you sell, in which countries, I'm sorry. And when you zoom in, you can see in which cities. And when you zoom in even more, you can drill down to the neighborhood level. So these are the areas where your business is doing the best. So this is where you sell the most. We have some other reports, end of the day, some insight reports, some survey reports, and completed tasks reports. So whenever the salespeople complete the tasks, so these are all of the completed tasks that we have today for our company. So you can check it from here. You can see the completed tasks and the information about it. In the end of the day report that you run, you will also be able to see whenever you choose a date and a username. I'm going to run it right now, and you also will be able to see from here how many sales orders, invoices, payments, tasks, and customers this sales agent has or mobile agent has visited. So whenever you click on the details, first you see the task report. So you can, from here, you can see the location where it happened. You can even get directions to it. If there are any attachments, they will be attached in the second column. Then it will show you the visit type and the subject. What task has this been? The type of the task, I'm sorry, and the description of the task that happened. It's with the pending status. This means that they were not performed. Whenever they are with the status completed, you know that your sales or mobile agents have successfully completed the tasks. Let me go back to my presentation. So now we have went through the full cycle from the planning all the way to the execution and to the reporting and analytics. This is the information that I wanted to show to you guys today. For more details, we will be able to provide you with the detailed demos. So feel free to either send us your questions or requests to sales@dynamicsmobile.com, and we will be able to answer the questions or schedule a more detailed demos for each and one of you individually. Thank you very much for your time. Bye for now.